Hey there everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to be looking at this Azrael trade paperback, Death's Dark Knight. Hey everybody and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and we're just doing this weird random overview. I was in the comic shop the other day and I was picking up some Fables trades to complete my Fables trade collection. I had only had half of them, and this shop had every other one that I needed, so I kind of dropped a whole boatload of money. But before I even found that they had all the Fables trades to the end of the run, I saw this sitting out displayed prominently in the comic shop, cover out on the shelf. It wasn't just, the spine or whatever. So I was like, that's a sign for this Azrael fan who's currently reading Night Quest and is going to read the Azrael book later on to pick this up. So I remember I was still buying single issues when this miniseries happened. And I had, I think, the entire run of the series that followed this up. So this collects Azrael, Death's Dark Knight, which spins out of Battle for the Cowl after Batman R.I.P. and Bruce Wayne, disappeared, died, whatever, and Dick Grayson took over the Cowl. You can tell that's him because he's got the bat belt buckle, kind of redundant, but that tells you that it's Dick Grayson and not Bruce in the costume. And it's the origin of the new Azrael, basically. It also has the annual Batman Annual 27 and Detective Comics Annual number 11 that were and they were interconnecting covers, which is this back image right here, split it down the middle, and you have that. And I think they have the I was flipping through here earlier, and they have the split here of the annual to show you the two covers. Look at that gutter loss. Ugh, god dang, lose a whole lot there, but that's the trade for you. But yeah, it's got Batman, it's got Renee Montoya as a question. So what is this? Like I said, this is the origin of the new Azrael, Michael Lane. And I have they made an action figure of this. It's drawn by Frazier Irving for the first 3 issues, and then Jim Calafiore and Tom Mandrake handle each one of the 2 annuals that are also in here. So you get, annuals are typically oversized, so maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 issues in here. There's the spine. It's got a little Azrael right there. Death's Dark Knight, and everybody who worked on it. So yes, I paid $15 for this in the comic shop. I don't know if you can find this anymore. It's probably out of print. What's weird is that I don't think they collected the Azrael run that came out after this. This worked, then they did, I want to say they did 3 years of a new Azrael volume with Michael Lane in the suit. And I think Fabian Nicieza wrote it, and they had Ramon Box do a lot of the art. Gilliam March did some covers for a while. And I forget who ended up as that artist. But weirdly enough, that run isn't even on Comixology or DC Universe yet. So there's a major hole missing in their collections. So who is Michael Lane? Well, Michael Lane is an ex-cop. And he entered the picture. Here he is in his new suit. He entered the picture in, I think Batman, not R.I.P., but in Morrison's Batman run. He was one of the cops that kind of went crazy, and they're talking about him here. And, he's dressed up as one of the Batmen. And here he is. He was the guy in the weird gas mask thing. That was him. And I don't think that was revealed. They might have said his name in this storyline, but I don't think you ever really developed him as a character until this started and went this way. So what ends up happening is you have them getting the Suit of Sorrows, which spun out of the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, and it's kind of this cursed suit, and they put it on Michael Lane, and they tell him, you're going to be the new Azrael. And it kind of goes on from there. So the Suit of Sorrows helps him do things. It also has a tendency to drive you mad. So it's got some magical superpowers. And I think most of the battles in here is this battle with Nightwing. This is the 3rd issue already. But the Frazier Irving art is really what you're coming here for. And it's kind of cool. I think later on he gets two, yeah, he has two swords. One is like the sword of damnation, and one is the sword of forgiveness. So it's like if he kills you with one sword, it tells you if you're going to hell, or tells you if your soul is going to be saved, kind of thing. It was a cool new take on Azrael. There's the Gillen March cover. Here's the covers over here. Yep, Ra's al Ghul apparently plays a role. I think because they got the Suit of Sorrows from the from Ra's al Ghul and the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul storyline, and then Paul Dini kind of picked it up after that, and then it disappeared and then reappeared in this. And so Michael Lane was Azrael for a long, long time, for about 3 years, wearing this suit in this costume. And I think it's a pretty cool take on the Azrael costume. You know, you keep in the same insignia on the cover here on his face, keeping the same little wingtips and the red cape. The things that are different is everything else, you know. The main color is white and silver, not red and black. You lose the flame gauntlet blades and stuff for real swords. But I think the Azrael book that started after this, it started off a little rough. Or maybe I didn't like Ramon Bach's art, even though I had already read his City of Crime run on Detective Comics years prior. But it grew on me. I really tried to like it, and I think I ended up liking it a whole lot more than I suspected. So this is kind of Batman and Azrael meeting for the first time in these two annuals. And I'm willing to bet this has some weird stuff with the Crime Bible, because it's got Renee Montoya's A Question here. That was some weird stuff going on back then, post 52, the series, not the relaunch. But yeah, Azrael. I think this is the only collection of Michael Lane that exists right now. And I don't know if they're going to do one later. Who knows? I feel like they should. But I think the problem is there's too many issues for them. Like, if there was only a year of it, they could do one collection of the Michael Lane series. But they'd probably have to do 2 or 3 to get through the entire series, and I don't know how they would sell. I think they could do one. I mean, they did one of the regular Azrael series with the miniseries, and then they did what they collected with there, 1 through 7, that kind of thing. But they didn't do any more after that, so it didn't sell well enough to do a volume 2. So I doubt that Michael Lane series will ever get collected, which is a bummer, because I think there was some decent stuff in there, even for Fabian Nicieza. You know, he's a good writer sometimes. Like, I think he's most famous for his X-Men stuff he did a long, long time ago. But, you know, his stuff as of late in the more modern age, I think it's been a little lacking. I could not stand his Red Hood and the Outsiders stuff, but I did like his Azrael stuff. So I think it just depends, maybe. But yeah, pick it up if you can find it. Good luck. I'm going to read it later. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Like this comment if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if you liked the Michael Lane version of Azrael. And if you want to see a collection, you know, from DC, let us know, and maybe we'll generate some heat about it. But thank you guys for watching. As always, we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.